A number of you have either lost your jobs or had pay cuts because of the pandemic and because business is going down. However, some people have not had pay cuts and they have kept their jobs. Franco Terrazzano is the National Director of the Canadian Taxpayers Federation. He joins me right now because he knows all about what's going on, especially what's going on in Ottawa. It has become an issue in some of the provincial capitals where people say, you know what, you guys have not taken a pay cut. In one province they did, but in Ottawa, no such thing as a pay cut.
Oh, it's the reverse. Our members of parliament have pocketed not one, but 2 pay raises while millions of Canadians struggled through COVID-19. Slap in the face.
Were those scheduled pay raises or were they votes that were taken during the pandemic?
They were automatic pay raises, but you can stop it. It's not rocket science.
Well,
right?
no, Justin said, hey, we feel your pain, and you guys have paid a lot anyway, all you caucus members, all you members of parliament. He could have stopped it.
Absolutely. I mean, look at New Zealand. Almost immediately, New Zealand's prime minister said, hey, we're going to stand in solidarity with our taxpayers.
Yeah.
And she took a 20% pay cut.
The people paying the bills. Absolutely. So did the opposition in Ottawa talk about these, or are they all in the same boat?
Well, they made a little bit of stink, but here's the thing. We just saw the CPC platform. They had a chance to say, hey, we'll roll back the MP pay raises. Have they? Not yet.
Have any MPs said, I'm giving mine to a charity, or I'm not taking it?
Yeah, we've heard some MPs say that they'd give to charity. And look, giving to charity is great, but that's still a tab on the taxpayers, right? Taxpayers are still paying for those pay raises.
Which is why you know all about from the Taxpayers Federation. Now,
absolutely.
So they've been getting increases. Do you think they're working more hours? What about their staff? What about all those people that work in Parliament Hill?
Well, I'm sure they are busy during COVID-19, but let's be frank here. So many people in the private sector have had to do more with less. So many people have to do more with less while taking pay cuts, and we should have our politicians sharing in the tough times with the rest of Canada.
So that's the Federation's official position. Do you think that in the future, we are in an election right now, do you think that after September the 20th, it's going to be something that people are going to say, hey, enough of this gravy train? As one former mayor of Toronto said, stop the gravy train.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're more than $1 trillion in debt federally, right? So we're going to have to pay back this mountain of debt one way or another, and it can't just be the private sector doing all the heavy lifting.
You're absolutely right. And I guess it's your thesis, Franco, that they aren't worth more now than they were 3 years ago.
Well, especially when you consider just the havoc that COVID-19 wreaked on Canada's finances.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Franco, thank you very much. A good point for everybody. And a good point, PayPal, so we can stay on the air, because you aren't going to hear that from the CBC. Cheers. So now we're in the middle of Justin's vanity election, and all over mainstream news, you're going to have the same news day after day after day. We are not going to have every show between now and September 20th on the election. We are going to have some very, very important analysis and some smart ideas and thoughts that you will not find anywhere else, hence PayPal, please. But I just want to lay it out for you that we will also be having some people in on this show who are not big names, who have something to say about the issues. Because when it comes down to it, elections are not about the people so much, it's about the issues and how it impacts you. Stay tuned. We're going to have some good ones.